Namibia has 14 administrative regions. The Erongo region is the second most urbanized region in Namibia, with 87% of the inhabitants living in urban areas. The region occupies an area of 63,586 square kilometers, which amounts to 7.7% of the country's total surface area.
Namibia is very large in size. We're over 124,000 square kilometers, and we've got about a population of just under 3 million. So first, that's the first thing, that Namibia has got a lot of potential in terms of land being available. And I think today, land, even the desert in terms of for solar, is not what every country has. Although in, for example, European countries battle with land. It's not an issue about getting license. It's finding some land where you can build a solar plant. So that's one of the big departure points for us.
Most of the minerals that we say should not be exploited without adding value are mined in the Erongo regions. And we've already seen people actually putting up processing plant, new investors who have started to put up processing plants where they can actually process those minerals before they go out.
You need to instill in our people that indeed they can be part of contributing to that product, to a finished product.
Erongo also is an area also we have got two of the green hydrogen projects that have already started up.
Namibia is close to becoming a hub for green hydrogen production through Clean Energy Solutions Namibia. This project is a partnership between Altava and LIS Group and CMB Tech.
Essentially, what we are doing there is really the first comprehensive hydrogen production and refueling station in Africa.
Our president was at the forefront in really promoting Namibia and hydrogen as a destination. We as the industry, and especially ourselves as setting an example, we're there to support. And obviously we were able to show something and therefore could confirm what the president was marketing. We could confirm that it's really worth coming to Namibia. So from a walk the talk aspect or a view, we were the ones that could make a difference in terms of saying we don't only talk the talk, but we walk the talk.
Our state of readiness, the solar field is nearly ready, is complete. The civil construction of the plant and the academy is nearly complete. The compressors are there, the buffer tanks are there. The one item where we still waiting for some equipment is our electrolyzer, which has been partially delivered, but the remainder is to come towards the end of the year. So then when this is coming, the puzzle piece is finished and we can produce hydrogen.
The pilot project is located near Walvis Bay's famous landmark, Dune 7. The ONL Group, known for its solar expertise and regional presence, is collaborating with CMB Tech as a specialist in advanced hydrogen-powered applications.
So we have a 5 megawatt PV farm.
This includes the renewable energy generation, which you saw. In our case, it's 5 megawatt of PV solar together with a 5 megawatt hour battery system. Then the hydrogen plant itself centers around the electrolyzer. In our case, it's 5 megawatt PEM electrolyzer.
Coupled with 2 central inverters. So the operating voltage of the PV farm is 1500 volt DC. It's fed into the inverter or the rectifier, where we convert the DC into AC power and step it up to 11,000 volt AC. Electrical substation is divided into 3 segments. So we have a medium voltage section, then we have a transformer section where we step down from 11,000 to 400 volt AC. And then we have low voltage segment where we have multiple switch gears and panels which distributes 400 volt to various ancillary equipment within the plant area itself. So water from the water storage goes to the electrolyzer and we get power from the substation to the electrolyzer, where then the water is split into hydrogen and oxygen.
Then we have a system of compressors to take the hydrogen then to different storage buffer tanks at higher pressures.
So the oxygen is vented to the atmosphere, so the hydrogen is stored in various pressures. So starting with our low pressure buffer, the hydrogen from the electrolyzer is supplied to the low pressure buffer, which is at 40 bar pressure. The low pressure buffer feeds are compressors. From the compressors, we compress hydrogen into 2 storage mediums. So we have our intermediate storage and we have our medium pressure storage, which is at 500 bar. So whatever excess hydrogen we produce during daytime will be stored in our intermediate storages to support the nighttime operations. From the medium pressure storage, which is at 500 bar, we feed hydrogen to our dispensers, so where heavy duty vehicles can be refueled.
Then we have the refueling station where we can dispense hydrogen to applications, but we also have this mobile refueler where we can take the hydrogen to applications that cannot come there, like for example a port vessel or a locomotive.
Then we have our battery system. So it is 5.9 megawatt hour battery. So the battery and PV work together to make sure it meets all the load demand of the electrolyzer. The small building is our technical and control room. So the plant will be controlled from this building.
Then to round it off, we're building our Hydrogen Academy there, which is really ready, and also a workshop. This workshop enables us really to do hydrogen conversion applications in Namibia for Namibian applications.
So the Hydrogen Academy brings the PV, hydrogen production and refueling and the applications together. So the aim of this Hydrogen Academy is to build the skill sets what is needed for the next phases of the project and support the hydrogen economy inside Namibia. There is a classroom facility where we can accommodate up to 30 students, and the lectures which will be delivered at this facility can be live streamed into our website and also in our social medias. So we are planning to use this workshop facility to develop hydrogen equipments which can be used in Namibia.
The Erongo region is set to position itself to be the new hub for economic growth, as well as to be the leader of the renewable energy and industrial innovation.
The hydrogen industry, which is something completely new, which we all know. There are many critics about it that don't believe it. They only want to see it, and I think that makes the difference between an entrepreneur, the one that creates something before he can see it, and once everybody can see it, everybody is behind it.
So what excites me about my work is to have an opportunity to be at the forefront of the project that has a potential to transform the Namibian energy landscape.
We all knew with the cost of about 30 million euro of this investment, this at the moment, there's no guarantee we get any of that back. But obviously, we're hoping that this drives a new future.
It's really something that makes the council of Walvis Bay, the current council, so proud that we have played a role in facilitating this kind of investment. And that is what we also want to see. We want to see fast movers. We want to see when we give land to an individual or to a company that they act immediately on this land. And Clenergy has really set the pace. They have really done what they promised to do. And I believe they will be requesting for more land to do much more. And I hope that I can say that from all the councillors that we really want to facilitate investment.
Going forward, I think hydrogen has a definite future. There's no two ways about it. I think it's all a matter of technology that becomes cheaper over time.
Namport oversees Namibia's key ports, Luderitz and Walvis Bay, and serves as a vital transit hub. We are leaders in general vessel traffic and repairs, container cargo handling, fuel imports, commodity exports and importing vehicles. Our vision is clear: to become the premier seaport in Africa.
On the central west coast of Namibia lies the beautiful town of Walvis Bay. Nestled between the impressive Namib Desert dunes and the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. The pristine coastline is the perfect playground for water sport enthusiasts to embark on thrilling adventure like sailing, kayaking, and surfing. while those seeking a more relaxed experience can enjoy an unforgettable marine cruise. To connect with the rich heritage of the area, take a glimpse into the past at the Walvis Bay Museum. Or you can delve in and stay at the Hopapep Namib Research Center in the middle of the Namib Desert. Engage with the people of Walvis Bay, a unique melting pot
of friendly faces.
And remember to enjoy tasty seafood and other culinary delights. Walvis Bay offers unique experiences for young and old travelers alike. Walvis Bay, where your desert journey begins.
Investors are encouraged to consider the major industrialization initiatives planned for this region. The vision for the Irongo region is part of a larger plan with historic roots.
So in 1998, our founding president, Dr. Sam Nujoma, essentially said, look, we need to industrialize a nation and we need to have a strategy for that. And in 2004, that first cabinet put out a vision called Vision 2030. Government laid out very specific targets for us to have attained before the end of this decade. One was that we wanted to grow the secondary sector of the economy from 15% roughly to 42%, because the idea was to have the secondary and the tertiary sector of the economy being 90%. So that means we need to build very large industrial, producing, manufacturing type of a sector. The other was to reduce unemployment from 33% to 2.3%. If I look at the Namibian population today, we need to produce about 500,000 jobs in order to do that. And so labor-intensive industries such as the renewable energy sector would be a very welcome shot in the arm for that effort. And then, of course, the last one that's very important was to reduce inequalities. So South Africa, like Namibia, has some of the highest Gini coefficiencies. Our last estimate was about 0.56 in Namibia. Vision 2030 targeted 0.3. So we need labor-intensive, secondary sector heavy industries that will scatter the benefits more equally across the population.
The Arandis municipality will support Clean Energy's efforts to produce renewable energy and hydrogen. Research indicates that Arandis is an ideal location for harnessing solar energy.
In Arandis, you get about twice the amount of energy out of the same panel as if you would have it in Europe, for example. And so if you install 1 kilowatt peak there and 1 kilowatt peak at Arandis, you get double the energy out here.
We have secured land also around Arandis because our first step was to develop the pilot project and to take all the learnings. But the second step is already on that we have secured land and want to build a mega solar plant around Arandis.
Pipelines will be constructed to connect Arandis, about 90 kilometers away, to the industrial site near Dune 7 and the Walvis Bay port. Namport's north port location will play a crucial role in housing ammonia, which needs to be close to the jetty for Namibia's groundbreaking green hydrogen initiative.
And then we are having our B2 road passing through. Transportation of goods are very, very easy. And we are very accessible. And we are also having the national rail line that is passing through our town. And also for cargo purposes, we are having the airport here in Arandis. So we are strategically located. Anybody who wants to put up a factory, wants to put up an industry is very much welcome in Arandis.
The Irongo region is expected to become the transport and logistics hubs for the Southern African Development Community.
We are the best in the region in terms of safety and security. We don't have experience hijacking and theft of cargo along the corridors because we are working with law enforcement agents, and that brings peace of mind to the exporters and as well as importers through our corridors, because it gives them, brings the cost of doing business down.
Namibia has been rated one of the safest places in Africa for quite some, I think 3-4 years already. So that's firstly for many people important. I think the recent unfortunate passing on of our president and the calm and peace that stayed straight afterwards, with the new president taking over. These are all signs that we are a solid country, peaceful country, and so forth.
A succession of colonists developed the location and resources of the strategic harbour settlement of Walvis Bay. The harbour's value concerning the sea route around the Cape of Good Hope had caught the attention of world powers since it was discovered by the outside world in 1485. This remains relevant to investors today.
I think what's happening between the green hydrogen and the oil and gas explorations and finds here is going to change the face of the country to a very large extent. We've been exposed to the potential thereof. We supported all the oil companies now with the drilling campaigns, both with fixed wing work onshore and then offshore with helicopters through our sister company West Air. And it's an absolute game changer.
The government have taken an initiative to rehabilitate and upgrade some of the key railway lines and the railway infrastructure. It's an ongoing project. It's also capital intensive.
The Walvis Bay International Airport, Namibia's second major airport, is owned and managed by the Namibia's Airports Company.
If we want to grow our economies, we must connect. Therefore, connectivity becomes extremely important. There you have got, again, oil and gas developments taking place. There you have got marine engineering projects coming up. Tourism is coming up. So there's a huge opportunity for us to develop that airport.
It is a key aviation facility situated 15 kilometers east of Walvis Bay in the Irongo region, amidst the Namib Desert dunes. The airport facilitates daily flights to Windhoek, Johannesburg, and Cape Town, with plans to accommodate international flights in the future. Notably, the airport's upgrades in 2016 encompass critical enhancements, including air traffic control equipment, instrument landing systems, and extended runways at both ends. The airport offers easy access to Swakopmund, Walvis Bay, and the Namib Desert.
The government have also taken a strategic direction to interlink Namibia with the rest of the region. Botswana is now a priority, as well as Zambia.
Government is making it easier, much easier, to attract investors.
If these lands could speak, what would they say? They would say, turn on your cameras and widen your lenses and explore remarkable Namibia, the land where the ocean waves kiss the sand dunes and a country of absolute wonder and endless horizons. Find the best locations for filming that are engulfed with breathtaking sunsets. Connect with us at www.nfc.na.
On the central west coast of Namibia lies the beautiful town of Walvis Bay, nestled between the impressive Namib Desert dunes and the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. As Namibia's second largest urban centre and the heartbeat of the Irongo region commercial sector, the city prides itself for leading in fishing, logistics, manufacturing, and tourism. Due to its world-class infrastructure and picture-perfect locations, Walvis Bay and its surrounding areas are also a popular location for films and photo shoots. Take a glimpse into the past at the Walvis Bay Museum, or you can delve in and stay at the Hopapep Namib Research Center in the middle of the Namib Desert. Engage with the people of Walvis Bay, a unique melting pot
of friendly faces.
And remember to enjoy tasty seafood and other culinary delights. Walvis Bay offers unique experiences for young and old travelers alike. Walvis Bay, where your desert journey begins.
Namport has made a pivotal strategic choice to increasing function as a landlord, which has consequently created greater opportunities for investors. The shift allows for the outsourcing of terminal operations to private operators, thereby enhancing operational efficiency and attracting more capital into the sector.
We want to be a regional transshipment hub along the west coast of Africa, which means we want larger vessels to come and drop off cargo that is destined for South Africa, Angola, Congo.
In 2019, Namport commissioned a new container terminal in response to the rising volumes of trade-related traffic. The construction cost of this facility, according to recent evaluations, translates to around 4.2 billion Namibian dollars. This initiative aims to drive trade, strengthen regional integration, and establish Namport as a crucial player in fueling economic growth within the region. Terminal Investment Limited, a Swiss firm, has been decisively chosen to operate and manage the newly established container terminal through a 25-year concession. The finalization of this partnership is expected by the fourth quarter of 2024, with the primary objective being the optimization of operations and the attraction of additional private investments.
And that has actually enabled us to increase our capacity for handling container from 350,000 TEUs per annum to 750,000 TEUs.
Terminal Investment Limited will play a crucial role in expanding port infrastructure, enabling Namport to accommodate larger vessels through developments at the North Port. The overall project is valued at about 60 billion Namibian dollars in current terms.
With the development of the new container terminal, we are specifically targeting what we call transshipment cargo. The reason we've decided to partner with Terminal Investment Limited, which is a subsidiary of the MSC Group, is to actually enable us to realize this noble objective.
This project involves a 1,330 hectare area of undeveloped land in Walvis Bay. Namport has partnered with the Port of Antwerp-Bruges to explore collaboration opportunities.
A few years ago, we acquired new land north of the current port in anticipation of new economic developments that are actually coming up. And remember, because I said we have got the exclusive mandate to develop ports, we need to ensure that we have got sufficient land to cater for Namibia and regional needs over the next 50 to 100 years. Now, there is a need for us to set up a new multi-purpose terminal at the North Port. And we are now partnering with the Port of Antwerp to ensure that we jointly develop the North Port.
Additionally, Namport has finalized a contract with Africa Global Logistics, AGL, to oversee the management of the Walvis Bay multi-purpose bulk terminal.
There's a lot of activity in mining at the moment with lithium, which is now the flavor of the month, with the new gold mines that are opening up, with uranium that's really picking up its head as well. So the opportunities are endless, and we're geared for a very exciting period.
The goal is to transition away from the dependence of the fish industry and instead focus on the developing and thriving mining sector.
We need to start to make the policies in such a way that these minerals mean much more to the economy than it might have in the past.
And you need to be part of that value chain. Now, you need to engage the people.
I know it's not always acceptable by some people. Some people say, well, isn't it just some resource nationalizations, or, you don't want your resources to go to other countries. It's not really what it is. In fact, when that happens, you're also going to have more investment coming into the country. It should really be taken into the account that actually you could still have a win-win solution coming out of this, but at least the country that owns the resources will certainly get much more out of that.
We must set up industries and factories within the port. That's why we're now looking for potential investors to come and set up these factories, these industries. We export a lot of copper and a lot of manganese. Manganese, as an example, is used to produce steel. If we add value to manganese, we can use locally produced steel to mold vehicles. Even more better, having used green energy. Talk about lithium that is also being exported via the port of Walvis Bay. Critical in the production of batteries. Somebody can come and set up a plant to add value to lithium.
Also, if you look at our ship repair yard, Namdok, they're also very strategically located, and they can refill and also service major vessels that comes into the port of Walvis Bay. So we are very happy with the movement and the job that's being done by our port, and I still believe that it should always be a collective engagement.
Namibia is fully committed to Agenda 2063, Africa's plan to transform the continent into a global powerhouse in the future. The Orongo region aims to lead Africa's green industrial revolution.
So this is roughly, when we're inviting you to invest in ports, in rail in Namibia, it's not really for Namibia. It is more really for SADC, it's for the region, and of course that facilitates the African continental free trade area, really bringing that to life and allowing intercontinental trade. So we think Namibia definitely can play a special role to enable Africa to really unlock its full potential.
I always share our previous president's view. He always mentioned we got to be very careful if we get rich through natural resources, that we always remain humble, peaceful, and be thankful, because otherwise this could be destroyed very quickly.
This program is brought to you by the Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board. NIPDB, your first port of call for investing in Namibia. Are you ready to invest in Namibia? Contact the NIPDB team at info@nipdb.com or visit our website at www.nipdb.com.